Hello, I have just found out that our school trip this year to go see a like stage show thing for music is going to be Les Miserables, and we've got a main story plot line for it here, and I'm going to read it to you because okay. Les Miserables. Don't know how you say it. Synopsis of plot. Prologue. 1815. Digny. Jean Valjean, released on parole after 19 years on the chain gang, finds that the yellow ticket of leave he must by law display. What? Oh, I thought he said condom. Condemns him to be an outcast. Only the saintly Bishop of Digny treats him kindly, and Valjean, embittered by years of hardship, repays him by stealing some silver. Valjean is caught and brought back by police, and is astonished when the bishop rides to the police to save him, also giving him 2 precious candlesticks. Valjean decides to start his life anew. 1823. Montreuil-sur-Mer. 8 years have passed, and Valjean, having broken his parole and changed his name to Monsieur Madeleine, has risen to become both factory owner and mayor. Sorry, I just got interrupted by my mother. Anyway, I'll carry on. One of his workers, Fantine, has a secret illegitimate child.
Can you read me the story?
Oh, seriously, is it Interrupt Rosie Day? Okay. One of his workers, Fantine, has a secret illegitimate child. When the other women discover this, they demand her dismissal. The foreman, whose advances she has rejected, throws her out. Desperate for money for medicines for her daughter, Fantine sells her locket, her hair, and then joins the wars in selling herself. Utterly degraded by her new trade, she gets into a fight with a prospective customer and is about to be taken to prison by Javert when the mayor arrives and demands she be taken to a hospital instead. The mayor then rescues a man pinned down by a runaway cart. Javert is reminded of the abnormal strength of convict 24601. Jean Valjean, a parole breaker whom he has been tracking for years, but who he says has just been recaptured. Valjean, unable to see an innocent man go to prison in his place, confesses to the court that he is prisoner 24601. At the hospital, Valjean promises the dying Fantine to find and look after her daughter Cosette. Javert arrives to arrest him, but Valjean escapes. Cosette has been lodged for 5 years with the... At the hospital, Valjean promises the dying Fantine to find and look after her daughter Cosette. Javert arrives to arrest him, but Valjean escapes. 1823. Montefermeil. Cosette has been lodged for 5 years with the Thénardiers, who run an inn, using the little girl as a skivvy while indulging their own daughter Éponine. Valjean finds Cosette fetching water in the dark. He pays the Thénardiers to let him take Cosette away and takes her to Paris, but Javert is still on his tail. 1832. Paris. 9 years later, there is a great unrest in the city because of the likely demise of the popular leader, General Lamarque, the only man left in the government who shows any feeling for the poor. The urchin Gavroche is in his element, mixing the whores and the beggars of the capital. Among the street gangs is one led by Thénardier and his wife, which sets upon Jean Valjean and Cosette. They are rescued by Javert, who does not recognize Valjean until he has made good his escape. The Thénardier's daughter Éponine, who is secretly in love with the student Marius, reluctantly agrees to help him find Cosette, with whom he has fallen in love. At a political meeting in a small cafe, a group of idealistic students prepare for the revolution they are sure will erupt on the death of General Lamarck. When Gavroche brings the news of the general's death, the students, led by enjolras, stream out into the city's streets to whip up popular support. Only Marius is distracted by the thought of the mysterious Cosette. Cosette is consumed by the thoughts of Marius, with whom she has fallen in love. Valjean realizes that his daughter is changing very quickly, but refuses to tell her anything of her past. In spite of her own feelings for Marius, Éponine sadly brings him to Cosette, and then prevents an attempt by the father's gang to rob Valjean's house. Valjean, convinced it was Javert who was lurking outside his house, tells Cosette they must prepare to flee the country. On the eve of the revolution, the students and Javert see the situation from their different viewpoints. Cosette and Marius part in despair of even ever meeting again. Éponine mourns the loss of Marius, and Valjean looks forward to the security of exile. The Thénardiers, meanwhile, dream of rich pickings underground from the chaos to come. The students prepare to build a barricade. Marius, noticing that Éponine has joined the insurrection, sends her with a letter to Cosette, which is intercepted by the Rue Plumet by Valjean. Éponine decides, despite what he has said to her, to rejoin Marius at the barricade. The barricade is built, and the revolutionaries defy an army, warning that they must give up or die. Gavroche exposes Javert as a policy spy. In trying to return to the barricade, Éponine is shot and killed. Valjean arrives at the barricades in search of Marius. He is given the chance to kill Javert, but instead lets him go. Oh, that's nice of him. That doesn't say it, okay. The students settle down for a night on the barricade, and in the quiet of the night, Valjean prays to God to save Marius from the onslaught which is to come. The next day, with ammunition running low, Gavroche runs out to collect more and is shot. The rebels are all killed, including their leader, Enjolras. Valjean escapes into the sewers with the unconscious Marius. After meeting Thénardier, who is robbing the rebels' corpses, he emerges into the light, only to meet Javert once more. He pleads for time to deliver the young man to a hospital. Javert decides to let him go, and, his unbending principles of justice having been shattered by Valjean's own mercy, he kills himself by throwing himself into the swollen river Seine. A number of Parisian women come to terms with the failed insurrection and its victims. Unaware of the identity of his rescuer, Marius recovers in Cosette's care. Valjean confesses the truth of his past to Marius and insists that, after the young couple are married, he must go away rather than taint the sanctity and safety of their union. At Marius and Cosette's wedding, the Thénardiers try to blackmail Marius. Thénardier says Cosette's father is a murderer, and as proof produces a ring which he stole from the corpse in the sewers the night that barricades fell. It is Marius' own ring, and he realizes it was Valjean who rescued him that night. He and Cosette go to Valjean, where Cosette learns for the first time of her own history before the old man dies, joining the spirits of Fantine, Éponine, and all those who died on the barricades. That's it. If you understood any of it, then you're cleverer than me, because I don't really understand anything other than there are two people who fall in love, loads of people die, and there's a guy on the run. I'm kind of confused at the moment. Hopefully, if I do get onto the group trip thing, then I will understand more. Okay, I'll upload more videos soon, and if I do get on, then I'll make a video about it. Obviously, I will make a video about the decision, whether they put me on or not. Hopefully I will. I've gone to all the school trips so far, so either they're going to let me on, because I've always been on one of them, or they're just not going to go because, oh, she's gone to all of them. She shouldn't go on. Or, I don't know. So, anyway, wish me luck for getting on to the Les Miserables show. I'm rubbish at French, so I hope it's in English. If you've seen Les Miserables or know anything about it, please leave comments, because I'm kind of, or luck wishes, so, and if you can explain the story plot in an easier to understand version than that, please send them in. Bye.